talking with Devon Franklin, and he's got a lot of things. The Star, I can't wait for that to come out. The movie, where it's animated. It's the story. It's the nativity story essentially. It's Oprah and Tyler Perry and Gina Rodriguez all lending their voices. But Devon, it's like we were meant to be here today, because not only did I read that quote from you and think this is how I want to live my life, but you also have written a book called The Weight, and you wrote this with your wife?
Yes, yeah, I wrote my amazing wife, Megan Good.
And tell me, the premise of The Weight is what?
The premise of The Weight is it's basically Megan and I waited until marriage to consummate the marriage. So we waited
between
for
sex
the
two
marriage.
of you.
Between the two of us. So we were both waiting independently, and then when we got together, we waited together. And so the whole idea, it's a powerful practice to find the love of your life in the life you love.
And at what age did you meet her?
I met her at 32. I met her at 32.
And you were 32 when you met her.
Yes.
And you were saying it's a powerful thing.
Yes, because see, I mean, and this is my truth, and I know when I say this, people say, oh, you're crazy. So what happened was I grew up in the church, right? So we were always taught to wait, but never taught how to wait or why to wait.
Right.
So growing up, I didn't wait. I was, telling the people I was waiting, and I wasn't waiting. And when I graduated college, I was in a relationship, and I just felt like I was living two lives. One publicly, one personally. And I didn't like the disruption in my spirit from trying to live these two different lives. So I said, I have to be who I say I am. So I said, God, if you get me out of this relationship, I will wait until marriage.
So you were not a virgin then?
No, I was not a virgin then.
Okay.
No. So
then you restarted.
There we go. So we got out of the relationship and we restarted. That was around 23. Now I had no idea I was not going to get married until 33. So along the way, Megan and I meet, and she was waiting. And so when we got together and she thought, oh, wow, I didn't know if I was ever going to find a man that could wait or was waiting. And so when I was waiting and she was waiting, it was confirmation we were meant to be together.
Wow.
So we took what we learned about waiting and the value of delayed gratification, and we wrote the book, The Wait. And it's all about how to value delayed gratification and how to, begin to say, hey, patience is a powerful practice, because sometimes when we rush the process, especially in our personal lives, we end up with the bad end of the stick, which is sometimes the hurt and the pain that comes from somebody we thought was worthy of our body, and we realized ultimately they weren't. And so that's really the power of the wait and the practice of it.
And Tanya here. Well, Tanya, you tell Devon why you were drawn to the book.
I think in the beginning, you kind of talk about different situations in your life. And one thing that really struck me was you engage in the same relationships over and over again, expecting a different outcome. And that's something I've been struggling with for the past few years. I keep thinking my relationships are going to change, but I'm not changing anything about the way that these relationships are happening. Does that make sense?
Yeah, completely.
And I think I've always been a little bit hesitant to make that 100% commitment. And I swear reading the book made me realize that I can't do it.
Wow.
And I recommitted, and I actually reached out. You talk about in the book about having a support system. And I reached out to my local pastor, and I said, I'm going to need help.
Yeah.
And I have a best friend of mine that's going to help be my support system as well.
Wow.
But the book really it really talks about different things that I've gone through in my life and why it's hurt me in the past. And it's really incredible.
Wow.
I mean, it really changed my life.
Wow. What I love about what you're saying is that you're beginning the healing process. And it takes a lot of courage to say, I need to try something different in my life, because I realize I'm in a perpetual pattern of pain.
Right.
And so what you're doing, and why it's so courageous and it's so awesome, is you're allowing yourself to heal. And then as you heal, the right love will come to you in the right way, because now you've almost changed the frequency. So now the signal can get through. So this is awesome. This is a blessing.
Do you know, there's a bit of sadness in all this, isn't he?
What's the sadness?
I've found the perfect man for Tanya, but he's married.
Oh, yeah.
Well, listen, man, you deserve the success. It's such a pleasure to meet you in real life and not just on the page. And I look forward to connecting with you at some point. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me. Thanks so much.
Devon Franklin. If we could all just have a little Devon in our lives. By the way, if you're just listening to this, you're just punching in, look him up, Devon Franklin, and just see what he's all about.